I'm going to go ahead and start adding some of this beautiful, lovely ring bologna and that ground beef into this bowl. And because I'm going to be taking that and putting this as my station where I have everything set up to start frying. All right. So I'm going to grab as much as I can in there for now. And I just want to show you guys, you should have a clean pot at the end. You're going to have a little bit of streaks of oil, but it should be a clean pot at the end. Meaning your ground beef and your ring bologna is super squeezed out. All them juices and oils that you don't want. Sorry, my camera was fogging there for a minute. Yeah, so that's how you want to do it. All right, so I am gonna go ahead, and what I do is I grab a little spoon, and I do like a spoon like this because this is a perfect size of the amount of meat that you're gonna put in the middle of the dough. All right, so here we have it. And if you look over here, here's all my slices of that super delicious deluxe orange cheese. Okay, and if you see, I take one and I split them in half. So this is actually a whole piece of cheese, one slice, but I only do a half a slice, like just like that one there. Okay, so you want to just sit your cheese right there, and then just add your ground beef and that beautiful ring bologna with all those simple ingredients. And that should be it. That's the size you want to do on these. Okay, because you want to make sure that everything stays right in place and that you're not overflowing your pastelillo. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and just do that. And if you see the way these are all stretched out, you know, depending how you stretch them out, don't have to be perfect as long as they're stretched out. All right, there you have it. So I always put the cheese first down, and then I add in my lovely deliciousness. All right, so there you have it. Now that might just be a little too much. Take some off. So you don't want to overfill that spoon. You want to just have it so it's like a perfect, you know, a perfect graze on top. You don't want to do like a big, you know, an overflow of it is what I'm saying. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna get my little hefty thing that I'm using to hold my phone. Okay, hopefully I can do it this way. I'm hoping you could see that down here. Let's take a look. Yeah, you can see it. Perfect. All right, so what you're gonna do, you're just gonna push everything together. Okay, make sure all that meat's in there, and you're gonna pull and over. And you're quickly gonna make sure everything is stuffed back before you start pressing down and doing your closing to the dough. Okay, so just like that. And then I make sure you get every corner pushed down, you know, very tightly. Make sure that's very tightly. And some people do cut it to make it perfect. Like say you're doing like a party or, you know, something like that, and you want your presentation to look a little pretty. You can cut some of that dough off and make it look more prettier. But these are for home, so I'm just gonna do them the old school way, like my mama used to do it, and just throw it in with all that delicious dough. Okay, so I do one side with a fork, then I flip it, and you want to be very careful when you do that flip because you don't want it to come apart, and you want to do it again on the other side with the, oh, let me turn that off, with the fork. So you have an extra nice closing to that dough. You want to make sure it's sealed so none of the meat comes out when you fry it. And that's pretty much it. There you have it. Voila. So again, I hope you were able to see that. And there you have it. So that's how you do them. And then you get them ready to be fried. Okay. So again, I'm going to pull this one. You know, like I said, it's simple stuff at home you could do for your kiddos. These are very known in the Latin restaurants everywhere you go. Even the bodegas, they sell these on the corner. So delicious. And they sell them early in the morning too. You'd be surprised, you know, the stuff they have. And again, you know, just kind of, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. This is a little bigger one that I stretched out because I do like that dough. I don't like to lose any of that dough. But like I said, if you're doing more like a presentation kind of thing for a party or something like that, then, you know, you want to make them look pretty. Now this is a little heftier one, and you can see that bubble. So again, just make sure you take your nice hefty fork, just a simple fork, and when you grab it nicely, very gently, and flip it the other way. Okay. And like I said, you know, sometimes I do stretch my dough out a little too much, depending, you know, as I'm going, I guess. But like I said, these are just for home, so they're still going to be super delicious, and that's what matters. Okay? The taste is first. All right, again, let's put it over. So let's do one more here, and then this gal's going to get the cooking. Bring this one closer. Get the frying, all that good stuff. And again, if you see your meat falling, just push it back gently with your fingers, and again, stretch, bring it over, and you're good to go. And make sure you do not get pieces of meat on that closing. When you do the closing, that all that meat is in the middle where it should be. Okay, and like I said, sometimes I do the little tightening. If I use that extra dough, I use it, and I take advantage of that extra dough, and I give it an extra shut, you know. If you're not going to cut some of that dough off for presentation, like I said, and it's still going to look absolutely pretty. Okay. And like I said, this gal, I love the dough. So, all right. Okay, and there you have it. Just make sure. Beautiful. All right. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and start frying. Just going to open up here a little bit. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. Okay. So hopefully you were able to see all that, because I'm not using my tripod today, which I should have, but I'm doing all this, you know, just with my, actually what I'm using here, I'm using my thing that goes to my coffee back here, and it has a little leverage here, and sometimes I use this to hold my phone when I have it up close by the stove. It works. I just did it right in between there to my Keurig. It works perfect. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start frying. Look at that. Very nice. And I usually do like 2 at a time. And the trick is you want to flip these right away. As soon as you see the one side getting to a nice crisp. Okay. You just want to flip them. There you go. Flip, flip, flip. And make sure you separate. Don't do more than 2 depending on your frying pan, because they will stick together. See, it gets real hard quickly, and that's when you want to look for. All right, there you have it. Just like that. Beautiful. And you want the ends to, you know, you want to fix the ends because the dough's going to cook quickly. You want to make sure it looks pretty. Make sure all the flaps on the side are, you know, up and all that good stuff. And there you're going to have a deliciousness right there. All right. Okay. All right, guys, so I'm going to keep frying these. And like I said, as soon as you get them in a high heat, you want to flip them right away as soon as you see that they're getting crispy. And just keep a good eye on them and flip again. All right, guys, so stay tuned for this deliciousness. And I'm going to open one up with you guys and for the final plating as well, so please don't miss it.